Hi, good morning. My name is Jamil, and I'm doing this a live coding session using a question from Hack Reactor Prep, a prep course. I have never looked at this question before, so this would be the first time looking at it. So what is it saying here? Um, so we're going to use ROT 13 to decode this. Okay, by now so I'm just reading from this instructions from your teacher. Okay, by now you know the drill on how to set up and do these videos, so we won't repeat the giant list of instructions. Give yourself 20 minutes for this problem. Don't be too fancy, just lay out the plan. Enough plan to get your ideas down, then assemble your solution step by step. Don't submit code that doesn't reflect what you did in the allotted time. You can belatedly complete solution in a private GitHub gist. So I will start recording, timing myself for this. Starting now, and it's for 20 minutes. The code instruction says, give yourself 20 minutes for this problem. So the starter code is, I have to deobfuscate this in ROT 13. Now let me increase the font size here. Okay. So let me go to ROT 13. Type the code, put the code in there. And from there, I'll use Replit to do the code. So what does it say here? Given a list of non-negative integers and a target sum, find a pair of numbers that sums up to the target. Sleepy, haven't slept. Console.log pair 4 and 5. Find a pair for sum. Given a list of negative integers and a target sum, find a pair of numbers that target the sum. Okay, so what this does, and I will copy this to Replit. Let me increase the font here. And so let's see. So what is given here is the sum has to be the sum. Sorry. So an array is given as the first argument, and a number, and then a single number is given as the second argument. And from the array, you have to find two numbers. It says a pair of numbers. So you have to find two numbers from the array that adds together to equal the sum, which is the second argument. Right. And the name of this function is find pair for sum. array and target. All right. So we have to find out. We're at 3 minutes and 40 seconds in. So the numbers in the array, it says, will be non-negative. So it means it always has to be greater than 0, which would mean that neither of the number can be in searching. Neither of the numbers can be greater than 9 because it would need a negative number. Sorry, it could be greater than the target because it would need a negative number to bring it back down to the target, and the list would not contain any negative numbers. So let me see. There's a okay. So I think a for loop could do this, but first what we have to do is first what we'll do is we'll create a variable. And I'll just call it the first number. And that's it. So I'll just use a for loop. Equals I equals 0, I less than array dot length I plus if array I. So what I'm basically doing here is I'll use the first number, and if it is less than the target, I will make first number will equal to array I. And in here, I will use another for loop because now we're going to compare that first number to the rest of numbers. We're going to add that first number. We're going to create a loop to loop through the remainder of the array, and the remainder of the numbers, sorry, and to see which one of them adds up with the first number to equal the target. So let's do that here. Let's switch over time. So we're at 7 minutes and 39 seconds. So for okay, I know this is whenever you're creating two loops, it is the best time to use what is called higher order functions, such as maybe a filter or a map. But for the sake of brevity here, and for simply completing this question, I'm just using another for loop. Var j equals to let's see, it can't be. It has to be 1. I'm going to start at 1. First number cannot be added to itself. So I'm going to start at 1. J is less than array dot length J plus plus. Then we have to create another if clause. If first num plus array J equals target. Well, let me see here. Sorry. So I will create an empty array here. Here, since that's the name of it. Okay. Now put pair equals to no pair that push array J to first num array J. And then outside of that, I think it will return here. Or I could return it all the way at the bottom, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see if that works. So what I'll do here is let me create an array. I'll just use the same numbers right here. Oh, let me just create an array numbers. List equals the and then find and I'll put here this num and let's see here 24. So let me see if that works. So let's see, why didn't that work? We're at 12 minutes and 32 seconds. I don't think it has anything to do with Oh, interesting. Let me see here. Let me see if it will work outside of this. It does not. It does not either. It works here. No. So let me see if because it should. Yep, that's where it should go. All right, so that's where it should have gone. The reason it went through the other ones was because was simply for I think this has something to do with scoping, where you place the return. It did it twice because it kept looping through the entire length of the array. See, when I put this return here in this secondary for loop under these conditions, it should return it as soon as those conditions are met, which is right here. So if I put it anywhere else, and namely down here, it would have tried it and went with all the combinations that would yield um, this target. So let's say if I was to have 24. Let's say if I were to have um, 11 uh, um, and 13 here. All right. Under this, on the way how this is scoped out, it would yield 11 and 13, the first possibility. Now, if I was to take this and put it here, it should also yield the 10 and 14. Well, of course, I'm curious as to why it doesn't have the reverse of 13 and 11 as well. Since because the parameter j started at 1. J started at 1, so in the second loop, it wouldn't. So let's say if I had switched the 14 and the 4 and the 11, then I should have both cases. I should have 11, 13, 13, 11, 10, 14, 14, 10. Let's try that. Yep, so said, so done. Now let's say I had put that back where that is. This would yield all of those if I were to put changes j to 0. It would yield the same, keep the results the same as what it is there. So I'll go back, I'll put this here, and I'll return that as soon as the first possibility, which is 11 and 13. So there you have it. This solves that problem, that coding challenge. And the time is now 17 minutes and 40 seconds. Let me discontinue. And thanks for watching.